Hello everyone, how are you? We will continue our chapter Nationalism in India. Our today's topic is the sense of collective belonging. Nationalism separates when people begin to believe that they are all part of the same nation, when they discover some unity that binds them together. How did people belonging to different communities, regions, or language groups develop a sense of collective belonging? This sense of collective belonging came partly through the experience of united struggles, but there were also a variety of cultural processes through which nationalism captured people's imagination, like popular prints and symbols, folklore and songs, history and fiction, all played a part in the making of nationalism. First of all, we will discuss figure or image as a sense of belonging. The identity of the nation is most often symbolized in a figure or image. This helps create an image with which people can identify the nation. In the 20th century, the identity of India came to be visually associated with the image of Bharat Mata. The image was first created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in the 1970s. He wrote Vande Mataram as a hymn to the motherland. You know Vande Mataram? Now, Abanindranath Tagore painted his famous image of Bharat Mata. See the picture. In this painting, Bharat Mata is portrayed as an ascetic figure. She is calm, composed, divine, and spiritual. In subsequent years, the image of Bharat Mata acquired many different forms. This figure of Bharat Mata is a contrast to one painted by Abanindranath Tagore. Here she is shown with a trishul and a lion and an elephant, both symbols of power and authority. Now we will discuss Indian folklore as sense of collective belonging. In late 19th century, nationalists began recording folk tales sung by bards and they toured villages to gather folk songs and legends. These tales gave a true picture of traditional culture that had been corrupted and damaged by outside forces. It was essential to preserve this folk tradition in order to discover one's national identity and restore a sense of pride in one's past. In Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore himself began collection ballads, nursery rhymes, and myths and led the movement for folk revival. In Madras, Natisa Sastry published a collection of Tamil folk tales, The Folklore of Southern India. Now we will discuss icons and symbols as a sense of collective belonging. As the national movement developed, nationalist leaders became more and more aware of icons and symbols in unifying people and inspiring in them a feeling of nationalism. During the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, a tricolor flag, red, green, and yellow, was designed. It had eight lotuses representing eight provinces of British India and a crescent moon represent Hindus and Muslims. By 1921, Gandhiji had designed the Swaraj flag. It was again a tricolor, red, green and white, and had a spinning wheel in the center representing Gandhian ideal of self-help. Now we will discuss reinterpretation of history. The British saw Indians as backward, primitive, incapable of governing themselves. In response, Indians began looking into the past to discover India's great achievements. They wrote about the glorious developments in ancient times when art and architecture, science and mathematics, religion and culture, law and philosophy, crafts and trade had flourished. Contributions given by Charak, Sushruta in the field of medicine, Aryabhatta in the field of mathematics. There are so many examples. Thank you.